Hey everybody, and welcome back to the WC to Life podcast. We know that WC to Life podcast stands for Women Committed to Life. Thank you all so much for coming back and joining with me once again. I am so excited to have you all back to listen to another episode. I just want to reiterate that this month we are talking about purpose driven. We are talking about purpose driven, and I'm excited about the rest of the year. We have 3 more months and some change, and I have some exciting, deep conversations and topics that the Lord has given me to talk about and conversate about with even as well as with others and other friends and family that's going to come and interview with me. So again, I did a lot of studying and meditating on what the next topic should be. And I am definitely still excited about, we know that we're in September and I'm excited about this month. The very first episode that I done was about friendships. You guys know that that was on my heart. As I expressed, I was on my YouTube channel and I actually thought it would be great for my podcast subscribers and my friends to actually listen to my heartfelt message about friendship. I'm actually been studying a little bit more about friendships and relationships, and so there may be another topic for another month. But I'm just so glad to have you guys back. This is your host, Karen Oliver, Coach K. And I'm so glad to have you back to the WC to Life podcast. Again, I always announce and want to reiterate that I am so appreciative of everyone supporting the podcast, the follows, the shares, even people that I don't even know or recognize that you guys have been sharing it out. And I've even had the opportunity to meet some of those people, in the world. And I'm just so grateful that we can all connect together and come together, especially in this season, to lift one another up and support one another, even in their businesses and even in their endeavors. And so today I'm going to kick off. Am I purpose driven? What is purpose driven? So I want to talk about purpose driven on today, and what purpose driven entails. What is purpose? And I just want to talk to you just a little testimony, just a little bit about me myself. I always knew the type of person that I was. I always knew what I had compassion for. I always knew that I had a heart for people, that I always had compassion. I just want to say I'm hoping 100% that most of us do have compassion for others. But I was a person who always liked to listen to others. I know sometimes some people be like, "Girl, I don't know how you sit there and listen to that conversation." For me, I love to listen to others and give feedback. You never know who needs a shoulder to lean on. You never know who that you never know that person may just needs an um, ear listening to them, or someone actually paying attention to them, hearing what they got to say. So I've always been told that I can listen to anybody. I've always been told that, and it never really gave me much thought over the years. I mean, I know that I've always tapped into my gifts and talents, but I really didn't really find my purpose until like 2 years ago. I didn't actually start exercising into it until this year. That's just a little bit about me. And so, sometimes we always know what our purpose is. And even though when we exercise in them, most times we're not exercising in them to the full potential. You know what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, we don't really exercise in our purpose like we're supposed to. And so sometimes we got to be reminded that, okay, purpose needs to be driven. Purpose is having a purpose fulfilled life. Purpose is much more bigger than your dreams, much more bigger even than your talents. Well, actually, your dreams, your talents, and your gifts, all those things fall into your purpose. And so, just in finding your identity, knowing who you are, knowing who you are called to be, knowing what you are so compassionate about in this life and compassionate about in this world, makes up your purpose, and then you just got to put all the ideas and all the tools together. And so I'm gonna just read a little definition about purpose. And purpose driven, to have a purpose means the things that we do that are real value to others, not ourselves, but real value to others. Purpose driven companies attract the best minds, have the most passionate customers, and achieve wild success and change the world. So we know that even in our everyday life, if you're running a business, if you are a entrepreneur, you're out there, you know that your business, you know that your dedication, whatever that you're doing in life, it has to be purpose driven. You have to know that others can contain that real value. You got to know that whatever you're doing in life that is real value added, that is value added. And so, and passionate, you guys, I said that a little bit ago. You got to be passionate about others. It's not a purpose. Having a purpose is just not about you and what you can benefit from, but purpose means, okay, will that person be able to be touched by what I'm doing in life? Like I said, your purpose could be different from mine or either others. Whatever you're called to do, whatever you're passionate about, whatever you know that others are going to be passionate about, and you know that they're going to get value from. It's like it's like you're going to change the world. You're going to achieve wild success, and you're going to change the world because you're going to tap into others, and others are going to tap into your purpose. And so you never know how that purpose is going to benefit from someone else. How that person is going to benefit from your purpose. I hope you heard me. How that person is going to benefit from your purpose, okay? And so to be driven by your purpose is that, you have to pursue after your purpose. You have to work hard for your purpose. You want to do everything in excellence. And so, for instance, I have another example, purpose-driven leadership. So I talked about leadership, you guys, in July. I talked about business management, entrepreneurship, and leadership in July. And so, purpose-driven, we already know you have to be a leader, number one. And so purpose-driven leadership, it typically models some businesses that follow the line of aspects of running their organization. And let's just talking about running your organization, running your business. It says follow where they align the aspects of running their organization with their core values and beliefs. Leaders who follow the model of purpose-driven leadership believe deeply in the cause, which motivates their decision making. We know that decision making is everything, and we know that even in life, you want to live a purpose-filled life. You want to have a purpose-filled goal. You want to have a purpose-filled business. Like, the question is, what am I here for? So I just ordered a book by Rick Warren, and it is called The Purpose-Driven Life. I actually was doing some research on it, and I don't know, some of you out there may have already heard of him or read the books, and I could be late just reading the books, but anyway, this is the season that I'm in, and so I did order the book. It's called Purpose-Driven Life. You want to know, what are you here for? What is it that you know that people in the world need from you? What are you compassionate about? What do you love doing? And as I was saying about myself a little bit a while ago, well, not a while ago, but a little bit earlier, is that, people would say, Karen, you always listening to people. You're always inspiring or encouraging. And I feel like that comes from even encouraging myself on a daily basis. And even when I don't have some good days, I'm encouraging myself. So I know that I'm an encourager. I know that I'm an inspirer. I know that there are some gifts and talents that people in the world that can benefit from. and if I don't follow after them, if I don't be committed to my purpose, and then nobody else out there can benefit from them. Commitment is so important, and that's why that's as I said in the beginning when I started my podcast, you guys, I had, and I still have this group, but I started a group called Fearfully Committed. It started off with Fearfully Made as You, and then I changed it to Fearfully Committed and Women Fearfully Committed. And I wanted to keep the name for my podcast, WC to Life, which is Women Committed. WC stands for Women Committed. And so I know for myself, I had to become committed to myself first, knowing my identity and what I was called here on earth to do, being committed to life through the ups and downs, being committed to my purpose, being committed to walk the walk even when the walk gets tough. But as I stay committed and rooted and grounded to my purpose, and know for a fact that it's not just about me, but it's about others and how they can benefit from the purpose. Whether we can all have different types of, ideas. Sometimes some of us out here in the world may have, like I said before, we may have the same business idea, but it's a different approach. We may have, a lot of us in the world may have almost the same talents, but guess what? Even if it's the same talent, it's a different approach. And you need to know that somebody out there can benefit from it. And so I actually realized, even in the beginning of this season, that, okay, I'm doing everything else, but what I need to do is that I need to drive my purpose. I need to drive my purpose, and I need to get busy. And so I started doing that, and I hope this helps someone. But you got to look at is that my purpose, when I drive my purpose, it's going to be successful. When I drive my purpose, it's going to fulfill the need that it needs to fulfill in life. It's going to fulfill the need in my life, and it's going to fulfill the need in others' life. And so that's what we need to understand. That's what we need to understand. And so I'm definitely grateful, even for that, because I think it's so important for us to tap into what are we here for? What do we need to do in life? What am I passionate about? What can I do, or what is it that's in me? What is it that's in me that can help change the world? That can help change our organizations around in the world today. They can help change the environment. They can even help change the people around that is walking on this earth today, just like me. And so making sure that your purpose has value. If you don't, it's got to be value because it's purpose. It's got to be value, because if it doesn't have any value to it, and then it's not purpose. And so there was one little definition that I want to read to you guys too. It's not a definition, it's just a statement about the purpose-driven life. In order to live a purpose-driven life, your goals have to be in line with your core values and beliefs. I kind of spoke up on it. I kind of touched on that. If you've never written out your goals before in the past, now is the time to do so. Goal setting is important, and it allows us to materialize our true desires in front of our mind's eye. That's important. Goal setting. I talked about that as well when I talked about entrepreneurship and leadership in the month of July. You got to set those goals. So like I said, when you're writing down those questions, what is my purpose? What is it that I'm here to do on earth? What am I compassionate about? Who and where, or what, I may have it backwards, do I need to touch? How is this going to impact the world? How is this going to impact the people? And so you want to start goal setting. Okay. And so, there's power. There's that power, purpose driven. When you're purpose driven, that you're trying to fulfill every need. And you're not trying to just fulfill the need for yourself, but you're trying to fulfill the need for others. And there was one more comment or statement that I want to mention to you guys too as well. But sometimes most of us, we find out purpose. We feel like that when we tap into our purpose, it's too late. I've heard some people even say, I gotta find what my purpose is in life because I don't know yet. And sometimes before you speak to someone, you gotta make sure the right things come out of your mouth. You want to make sure that whatever you're saying is going to be an encouragement and that it's going to be clear to someone, because sometimes you may want to say something to that other person at first, but then you be like, okay, wow, you got to go back and step back and evaluate and be like, what encouragement or what can I give this person encouragement about their purpose. But the thing about it is that some of us think it's too late to drive our purpose. Some of us think it's too late to find out what our purpose is, and it's never too late to find out our real, true purpose, because each and every one of us on this earth, we have a purpose. We have a purpose today. We have a purpose to fulfill in life. We have a purpose to fulfill, within ourselves first, but then we got a purpose to fulfill to others. And we want to make sure that it contains value, power. We want to be sure. We want to be sure and true to what we really need to do. And like I said, sometimes we have to do an identity check. Sometimes we have to, reevaluate ourselves and be like, okay, just taking time to research and meditate and to take time to look at yourself and look at the person, at who you are, tapping into yourself, your inner spirit, and saying, who am I? This is who I am. What can I do to drive my purpose? What can I do to have a fulfilled, successful life? Who can benefit from this? And the other definition that I wanted to read, I'm just going to read some keywords to purpose. Motivation. We know that motivation is one of them. Aiming, planning, goal setting. You remember I had said something about goal setting. So the aim or intention of something, the feeling of being determined to do and achieve something. And purpose also comes from achieving greatness, achieving success. What can I do to become a better? What can I do to enhance even myself? What can I do to even enhance others so others can realize what their purpose is in life? And I think that is so unique, because if you don't know what your purpose is, and then you can't really give anybody else any type of advice on how to tap into their purpose until you find out your purpose, your identity, who you are, and what you're called to live on this earth for. And then another word for purpose in life, which I pretty much already gave you: aim, designing, goal setting, attention. I don't think I said attention, but objective. So it says to accomplish, purpose, to accomplish or to attain. So you're trying to achieve greatness. You're trying to accomplish greatness, but you're trying to accomplish and succeed in life within your purpose. Your purpose is always going to be filled. It's always going to be driven because it's coming from you. It's always going to be different because it's coming from you, because no two people are alike. None of us are the same. So again, like I said, everybody has a purpose to fulfill. And like I said, whether we have the same gifts, whether we have the same talents, whether we have even the same, mindset concerning business. When you're when you're going after your purpose, and when your purpose is driven by your commitment, is driven by your compassion, is driven by your love. You know that your purpose is going to fulfill and spread out within society, within their environment, within the world, because you're going to know that this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to do. And like I said, just tapping into who you are and what you need to do, you know? And so, you guys, I just want to give you guys a little, some tips on purpose driven. So the question is, am I purpose driven? Do I have a purpose? Yes and yes. But you have to tap into it. No one else can tap into your purpose but you. And so, you guys, I just want to let you guys know that I'm, very excited about this month. And because, it also takes me back to when I really tapped into who I was. I mean, what my purpose really was in life, and how I was going to be able to help others with my purpose. And so, you guys, September the 11th, which is Friday, we're going to have a guest, Sharita Thompson. She's going to come back. This is a retake from our August the 31st interview. So there were some technical difficulties. So she is going to be back, Sharita Thompson. She is an organic beauty therapist again. And also she's going to give us some health and wellness tips on how to take care of our bodies, how to take care of our skin, what to put in our bodies. And so basically she's going to be talking about her purpose and how she's compassionate about what she does as an organic therapist. And so we will be going live on Podbean at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. So please adhere to your time zones. But thank you guys so much for coming back to the WC to Life podcast to hear about, to just, talk about purpose. And like I said, I hope this helps someone, because it's also always helping me. And are you purpose driven? Yes. Do you have a purpose to fulfill in life? Yes, you do. But remember, you got to tap into it. All right. And so, you guys, hope to see you Friday night with my live guest, Sharita Thompson. And until then, you guys take care and peace and be safe.